Thanks. What's up? Nice to be here. Gonna talk about the ethics of AI. So I guess you all have heard about AI, and probably you know that there is ethical implications and concerns towards these technologies. I will start with the really easy one, but real essential of everything of my topic. And if there is one thing you have to remember from my presentation, it should be this. And it's the robots will eat us all. Right? You remember? Okay, more to the reality of AI. A bit more boring picture there. All the AI is based on data we have been gathering now and during the last years and decades of digitalization. And we build predictions, solutions based on that data and top of that data. But even though it looks really boring here as a picture, it's really powerful technological change we are going to experience during the future decades. I was trying to check out the facility management sources for my presentation. So, of course, you have realized that the digitalization is the other major societal challenge we have during our time. Of course, right now, sustainability, climate change, they are getting the bigger attention, and they should have that attention, because maybe still it's more topical to solve that. But one point is that we really have to keep the digitalization challenge in our mind also. So I have been working to kind of build an ethical framework only for facility management. There has been plenty of really high-level principles of ethics of AI, ethical guidelines, ethical codes, and I think it's the next step, and it's going to be really important steps to really take those into practice. As part of this, it's important to kind of industry specify these rules and guidelines, and that's kind of my topic today. And here you can see the overall picture of the principles we should follow also in facility management what comes to applying AI. You can see that there is a lot of familiar themes. I think we have been working with those. So that's also important point of AI ethics, that it's not completely new. We are trying, as an AI ethics community, we are trying to demystify also the AI ethics. It's not about terminators, at least not completely. It's really about our values and processes, and kind of with a small specific AI twist. So it's not completely new, and that's why I'm try to get people to understand, don't be too scared about thinking AI ethics, and that will really help us to integrate and align the ethical conduct in all our new technology solutions. For this presentation, I picked 3 main principles from these 7, which I think are really relevant for the FM industry and discipline. So going through those 3, and starting with privacy and data governance. And of course, it's all right at this point that somebody is isn't that really boring, and we have been thinking about GDPR for the last 3 years and the privacy for ages. But the important point here is that like the challenge we have in privacy and data governance, it's not gone anywhere. It's actually just growing and growing. We are gathering more and more data every day. And the other point is that like the AI solutions really reinforce our capabilities to kind of build on that data. So there is really kind of scary scenarios related to this, and they are really like practical issues, like how we are using private data for social credit, face recognition. Those include really difficult and scary issues we should really carefully think about. I'm working for a AI startup, Marshall AI also. Related to this, when I started AI ethics like 4 years ago, all the programmers were like, what are you talking about? Like, we don't need that kind of thing, and like, we are just okay. But to really emphasize, even the programmers I'm working with, they are scared for how can we really use that data we are giving for the technology companies and other corporations. And of course, there is that kind of national or global level. The next one to facility management is the discrimination and fairness we should take into account in all of our AI solutions. We philosophers, we might be not that concrete usually, but I try to give some examples of this in really concrete, practical way. Because like discrimination based on data, for example, our face recognition solutions, they really are biased towards white male people. And the same problem is following in our voice recognition and other technologies run by AI. And if you think about in facility management, I think there is in facility management access control, security systems, maintenance solution we could build on AI. Like if your access control is discriminating people, I think it's not really ethical. And like to kind of have that awareness of this problem, I think it's the only solution and the key to kind of work it out. We really have to put emphasis on ensuring that our data and our AI solutions are not discriminating towards anyone. Also, like a keyword, other keyword could be this kind of accessibility design. If we add robots and like catering robots, guidance robots, we should really design those to fulfill our everyone's demands. Like if the robot is meeting people with wheelchair, how they are going to work. We can't build and design these solutions only to fit us standing people. Or the developer, like we should understand the different kind of people, different kind of needs, different kind of abilities in all our solutions when it comes to robotics and AI. The third one, human agency and oversight. It's really topical question, and I think you are familiar with the question that who are responsible and accountable for the AI and the decisions the AI solution has made for us. But that's still like really small part of this question. We really have to understand the rapid change of our human life and how are these going to affect our facility management, for example. And like how far away we want AI and how far away we want to automate everything. Maybe the clear answer is as far we can. But like in that point, we have to think about the societal changes it's gonna bring to us. And like AI is so powerful technology that it can really conflict with our fundamental rights. And like, I don't know what's the facility manager's level of ethical thinking or knowledge about fundamental rights and how to really, like, of course, we might know, like, fundamental rights are like this. But if those are conflicting our, like, technological solutions, there is a gap between that because we haven't used to think about fundamental rights, human rights, ethics, what comes to technology. Technology has been something really cool we just have to progress with. And that's like really change in our thinking, what kind of thinking we need in the future. And like, if we automate everything, I think the core role for humans are actually think about these things, ethics and rights, and which direction we want to build our society to. So what comes to AI and AI ethics, there is this Atkins or paper. I recommend the report if you haven't read it. It really gives for the built environment. It gives ideas and topics to talk and develop. But at the same time, I really encourage all to think that how much AI do we want to integrate with our life? And maybe not how much, but like how should we align it to kind of make us better, not like mechanized animals in our digitalized world. To encourage this thinking, I think ethics is still considered maybe boring, also like really, really difficult, and like those people there are thinking ethics. And at least for me, it looks really wrong mindset. We all have really good knowledge about ethics and our society, and we should share, we should discuss, we should collaborate in building better world, even in our AI era. And I'm happy to thank you for listening, and I encourage you for ethical discussion, and I'm also ready for some ethical discussions today with the Guinness pint. Thank you.